Drip from the acid hit. Take a trip to your mannequin. If you ruin his life, might as well kill him. There's no thing as half a sin. They break it, you build it again. Revenge will erase the reasons you mad at them. Recreation use becomes abuse. A full bloom butterfly effect resurrect from the caterpillars. A hill without soil, a mountain that's built from the garbage fills. Subsidize your rent, your environment will slowly reap your soul. Apartment bills, pay a toll. Cross the bridge, state your name, electronically copy your finger seal, and implement time travel while you're trapped in time, reinventing the wheel. I create ways to travel along a new space. I mold and clay till a new path is paved. Follow my footsteps and trace the grave. Someday the rain will drop like rain. One day they'll feel this pain I paint, and someday we'll have no reason to tear. One day the truth and the frequencies will be clear. Someday we will be unchained in the spirit, in the flesh, and in the brain. Someday we'll see it, there will be no pain. Day after day we count until someday. Day after day I'm counting till someday. Day after day I'm counting till someday. I bathe in the pain, no water will wash away. You can count sheep to sleep or count days wide awake, waiting for someday. It's like waiting for one day, like a lottery some say. Hypocrisy, foul play, with intent to invent systems whipping economic slaves. Their chains will be broken one way or another. Some say I speak about the same things, brother. Other rappers speak about the blang blang, brother. Some say we created by alien beings, chariots in the sky. Some would pray when they see them. Others find the truth, dilute, incorporate spirits. Some can't stand what they see in the mirror, and some pretend not to see ya, while others would even kill just to be. Someday the rain will drop like rain. One day they'll feel this pain I paint, and someday we'll have no reason to tear. One day the truth and the frequencies will be clear. Someday we will be unchained in the spirit, in the flesh, and in the brain. Someday we'll see it, there will be no pain. Day after day we count until someday.
Peace. Peace, blessings.
What up? What up?
Love and hip hop. Come over here, man, so you can get over here. We got the one first. What's going on? Peace, love, and hip hop. What's up? What's going on, everybody out there? Yo, welcome to the Chopp Shop 2-year anniversary show. My mic's always mad loud whenever we like. Chat.
No, you just mad loud.
Maybe I'll just step back.
Don't blame it on the mic, nigga. Blame it on your Puerto Rican. Blame it on the Puerto Rican side of your ethnicity.
Blame it. So, yo, welcome to the Chopp Shop Radio, brought to you by the Universal Collective and the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition.
Oh, God.
I'm my host, Nabi Reality. To my left, we got Cash. We got
Cash
Slim on
the
the
building.
boards. We got artist named Fliz in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got Showcast in the building.
Rhode Island's own.
So, so it's been 2 years that we've started the show. Our 1 year anniversary was last year. Dos años. And, you know.
For the people that's watching in, you know.
In Espanol. I think that we've come a long way in the last 2 years. We've had a lot of interesting guests. We've had a lot of interesting people. We're going to go into that tonight. Me and Cash are going to talk about some of our favorite episodes of the show. We're going to talk about some of our more interesting moments. We got a couple of... I'm going to bring back something. I've been getting some feedback. Some people have been hitting me up and in my inbox, and they've been asking me when I'm going to go back to the Nabi's Facts So, you know, I brought up some facts. I looked up a lot of ones that were not so much musical related because we do so much of that. Just some ones to start a conversation. We got a couple of things of major importance to history and stuff like that are going on right now in the world that we're also going to talk about. You know, we have a couple people that are supposed to stop by, but we definitely got an artist named Fliz in the building. Fliz. You got to say the whole name like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, yep, an artist named Fliz. You got to say that whole thing.
Artist named Fliz, you know what I mean?
Fliz been a prominent fixture in Rhode Island hip hop for a long time.
So
yeah, long time.
Yeah, Fliz, you've been doing a lot, man. You've been doing a lot. So let me just adjust this real quick so people can put that this way right here. Huh?
Yeah.
Get right there close to the mic, kind of. But worry about that right there. But that's just the extra one.
I'm with y'all.
So Fliz, introduce yourself real quick.
Obviously I'm an artist named Fliz. But people knew me from back in the day more with the collective of Who Them when that movement was rolling.
I remember that.
Yeah, so before that, Meal Ticket. Before that was Lennox Records.
And you guys did away with the Meal Ticket name because of
legal things.
Legal things, yeah.
Pretty much there was a group or some kind of a music group out in the Midwest, and this is when we learned, we was younger cats, to get on your business grind.
Right.
So we was running around Meal Ticket with Meal Ticket, and you know we tried to
go forward.
Go forward. We tried to get the name. They was like, "Oh, that shit is taken." Like, oh snap! So
you started learning about copyrights.
Yeah, we was young cats. So yeah, let's just rap and do it. But due to I know a lot of people know about Temperamento, even though he's more gospel
Spanish
Latino rap. Yeah, but when he wasn't, he was like running shit. You know, as far as the Latino market around here. And he somehow got a song we did with him called Badman placed on a John Singleton movie. So we had to get things legal before we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When that was going on. So
did that move forward, the song on the John Singleton movie?
No, that song, that's to put on blast. It was years ago. That song fell through because all that beef he had with with Thego, Don Omar and them.
Yeah.
They made a couple of calls like, hey, we're going to take this shit up. So,
damn, that's how it went down, huh?
So you got to learn, you gotta learn who to have beef with. You can't have beef with people who are powerful, you know.
Yeah.
That's called cannabis.
Look what happened to cannabis. Yeah. Look what happened with cannabis' situation. So you know.
Those cats say, "Yeah, we'll just take this little song right up off of it." But at least we learn, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a learning process.
So do you think that like switching the name from Meal Ticks to Who Them, did that cause any do you think you kind of lost a little bit during that switch, or?
No, actually, it became harder because we did get that name branded, and then we had to put a question mark. So that question mark more became a symbol. When you brand something, like that's more important than the actual words. It's the symbol on it.
Yeah.
So when we branded that, it kind of came out of a joke because we was all over the country at the time. We was in and out of state, and we was like, "Guys, a lot of these Rhode Island motherfuckers come Rhode Island." You know, no one respects Rhode Island when they said it, and you're in like big city somewhere. But we had to come through and like show our grit and like, yo, let's fuck this show up. And we left every show and they knew. So we created this song called Who Them. And people, you know, see, yo, who them? Who these cats? Who them? So it was a joke song. We did this ourselves. But after a while, people like, yo, that's them Who Them dudes.
Yeah.
So when we lost the Meal Tick name, let's go with Who Them.
Who Them.
That's how it fell into place, but it just kept moving.
So what happened to the whole Who Them movement and what's going on with it now, or if anything?
It's not going on now. I'm it.
Yeah.
How many members was there originally?
There was three. Shane Lee was an honorary fourth as the R&B kind of dude. He was a young gun who just kind of came in. But originally it was three. But what happened at that point is we kind of went as far as we could. We was meeting with Def Jam. We met up with Kanye's label. We was in like crazy things going on. We was winning competitions, and we won the Underground Music Award.
Yeah, because you guys were making moves. I remember.
Yeah, we was like killing them for
there was a lot going on, yeah.
But after a while, A&R's was like, you got to do more. You got to do more. It's like, what can we do? And they gave us Mission Impossible when they told us, hey, we need you guys to get somewhere in the realm of 200 BDS spins in New England a day. What? We was like, there's no way it's going to happen.
New England doesn't show enough love to local artists for that.
But you can get college stations to play, but even that's like, college stations aren't BDS. Only two BDS around here at that time. I'm not up on
106
the radio
and
now.
92.
And 94.5. So
and 94.5 when he plays on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, and they ain't playing your joint no matter how hot you think you are around here. You ain't getting that many spins.
No.
You know they're fighting to keep that right now, 95.5. There's something going
Look,
on. There's some shit going on.
95.5?
Yeah, they're fighting with it. There's something going on, legalities or
You
something.
mean the Sunday station, right? Christian. It's done. It's gone. It's gone.
It's done already?
It's gone. It's gone. All Christian. I heard a song on there the other day. It said I turned 95.5, and the song, the hook went like it was a song. It was a hybrid country music Christian song, and the hook said, "Nobody loves you like your mom, me, and Jesus."
Oh, okay.
That was the hook on the fucking song, nigga. I fucking started cracking up. That was crazy. Nigga, how you gonna put yourself in that room, man? Nobody love you like your mom, me, and Jesus, girl. Don't worry about that.
That's it, baby girl.
That's a powerful ass statement.
You know what I'm saying? That's game, nigga. That sounds like some pimp said some shit like that.
For real. So Fliz, you've been doing a lot of stuff in the poetry realm. Actually, one of the first times I ever seen you perform, you actually beat me in a competition.
I was like, what? I was like, the thing is, I know you through the battle. I was like, there's no way because I don't battle rap. I'm not a battle. There's no way that happened. Your dream. I know what you meant though.
Yeah. Whoa, because to put it in context, it was a rappers versus poets. I was one of the rappers. Yeah. You were one of the poets. I was freestyling, just acting like a fool. And you kicked some real shit. You deserve to win that.
I came with a song. Yeah.
You deserve to win that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
But see, but I'm the type of dude to bring that shit up though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm saying there's only like three. They're like the third person to ever beat me like in a combat like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, well, thank you for the shout, but I don't consider that
a W.
A W for because I mean, honestly, I'm nobody's battle rapper. I'm not gonna get on stage and like the thing is, I'm one of them playful dudes that come off the head.
Yeah.
But I don't have that those attributes that go right at you and just annihilate what I can see in front of me because I don't know if I have a mean spirit about me or something or whatever.
Oh, I'm not much of an asshole. I got that in me.
Yeah, I don't have the asshole in me to just annihilate.
Oh yeah, I do.
And let's freestyle, have some fun. That's me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But I just wanted to bring it up. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up was that you. I look at cats that are in our age range, right? That are older, that are no longer in their early 20s and everything like that. And it's like when you see cats that are doing the same exact thing that they were doing 10 years ago, they don't seem like they evolved. But just like with us, we're older, so we got our show. You're older, you're involved with poetry and stuff like that. So it's nice to see other people evolving. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to do what you were doing 10 years ago with who them. Because like a man that does what he did 10 years ago wasted 10 years.
Yep. Hence an artist named Fliz. That's why
you changed it because it was just Fliz before.
Because I was like, no, I'm not just. The thing is, I produce beats for people. I started writing songs for people. I started doing like partial reggae. I started doing so much stuff, like you said, poetry. I was like, no, what? There's a stigma that comes along with saying you're a rapper because also I have a 9 to 5, and when you're telling people, hey, come out to this joint, whatever, they're gonna see. As soon as you say rapper,
how come you're not famous?
They're thinking, I don't even get that. They you know what? Violence comes along with the term rapper to certain people.
Yeah, I'm not safe. If you say poet,
So it's let's be honest. At my job where I work, there's a lot of like non-urban people. You know what I mean?
Is that a way of saying white people?
No, not saying white because white people go to the shows. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why I try to tell people.
White people go to more. There's more white people at Immortal Technique and Dead Press show than there are black people.
So.
Exactly.
That's the reality of it. Because I've been to
a Wu-Tang show.
Even a Wu-Tang show, yeah.
I've been asked this at my job by white folks, hey, is there going to be these white people at the show? I'm like, this is a Rhode Island hip-hop show. You are not going to be the one lone white person.
But check it out, though. See, but here's the thing.
Listen, man, listen. I work with all white guys. Yep. One dude's a Portuguese dude. He's younger, and they are so fucking scary, man. It's unfucking believable. They're actually scared. I be like, yo, he asks me every fucking day, Cash, what you doing? I'm chilling, bring me home, probably be drinking, and she won't come through. Anybody gonna beat me up?
I gotta make that promise?
Yeah. You gotta make him feel comfortable. Like, yo, I don't bring that type of crowd with my music.
To be fair, some people don't. So here's it is. To be fair, some people don't have a point of reference. It took me a long time to break into the white rock cannabis advocacy scene that I'm now a part of with 13 Chopp shout out to 13 Foes magazine. It took me a while to get into that scene. I had to go by myself without my big black friends and go to these places and freestyle over guitars, and like they'd be like, oh, I'd go to like these venues, and they'd be like, oh, open mic, and I'd be like, oh, well, can I plug my thing in? They have 100 reasons why they can't. Oh, well, we don't got this, and I know they had it. They'd be like, this, yeah. They'd be like, this is how I broke us in. This is how I broke us in. They'd be like, yo, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do this. It's a simple plug, and I got the wire. Oh, we can't do this. So I say, okay, how about this? How about I freestyle over acoustic guitar? Yeah. They couldn't say no, and I killed it, and I kicked in the door to the scene. And now some of those same people that were acting weird towards me now come to our events and come to our things, and it's not really their fault. It's like, you know what it is? People saying there's no point of reference. They just don't know. You're scared of what you're scared of what you don't know.
I just threw a fundraiser like a couple of weeks ago, and pretty much a lot of people came to that who would never go to a artist named Fliz show because he raps. He's my rapper friend that I know. You know, rap brings violence. I'm like, I never have violence at any of my shows, but they came to a fundraiser. I made a lot of new fans that day. Like, I didn't know it was like this. You know,
some people don't know how to differentiate between 50 Cent fans and common fans. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or trap music fans and like.
It's funny because I watched the video and shit. I was at work and I was doing nothing obviously, and I was watching the YouTube video and I think they was in.
Your boss ain't watching.
My boss is a cool dude, man, cool white guy. Shout out to Tom and I'm watching this video.
It's a very common white name. Shout out to Thomas.
Yeah. Some of the white names are hard for me to remember than black names. So like, who are you, Dave, or you Chris, or you Tom, or you Joe? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to remember those motherfucking regular ass names. You know what I mean? We got complex names like medicine and shit, like alopecia and
LaQuisha.
I got a theory. There's some black lady out in the woods somewhere that just get paid to make names for medicine and shit. It's like Propecia and fucking we keep going. But anyway.
Continuing on.
I forgot what I was talking about now.
You were talking about people at your job, your boss. Yeah. You was watching a show, obviously had nothing to do with your job.
I was watching the video on YouTube, and it was, I think it was in, like, I want to say Korea, or one of those places, and they asked them, they said, so what do you think, what is your idea of a black person? And they said, black people are aggressive, they're physical, you know what I mean, they're kind of scary. And the person was like, why do you say that? Because, like, in every American movie, that's how the black person is portrayed. Yeah.
I mean, and that's a lot of their point of reference. All right, so like let's all right. We okay. Check this out. We're quick, and I'm not saying us. I just mean in general. People of color, we're quick to look at it from that terms, right? Like of white people, this and that. Okay, how about this? I went to school in a third world country for a summer. And when I talked to my ethnic friends and said I was down there, they was like, "Oh, what are you riding on a donkey? And what are you? Oh, what is it all this and this and that?" And it was like my ethnic friends, not my white friends, because white people travel a little more. My ethnic friends couldn't believe that when I came back with pictures from Guatemala, and I was at a Hooters in Guatemala. A Hooters, and they couldn't believe that I had pictures of a BMW dealership in Guatemala and a Subway in Guatemala. They couldn't believe it. Like, so I took pictures of a donkey. There really was a donkey in this village I went to, and I told people that's how I got around. It really wasn't. I was riding around in cars the whole time. I was riding around in cars with tint the whole time. You know,
it's the perception.
It's the perception, and a lot of people's perception. A lot of people's perception of places like that is that it's all third world, and they don't have, and just like But I'm guilty of it too, because when I went to school down there, I forgot what year. I can't even remember what year it was. It was
2004.
It was like early. Was it? We talked about it.
Yeah,
Did I say that?
Yeah. Nope.
No, it was early 2000s though. But it was the early 2000s that I went down there, right? And the Incredible Hulk was a popular drink down here. And that's what I used to drink when I wanted to get turned up. Yeah. So me being an American.
For anybody that don't know, Incredible Hulk is
Hennessy Hypnotic. It's 100% liquor. It's when you really want to go.
It's not 100% liquor. Hypnotic is not 100% liquor.
Yes, it is. You're not mixing juice and liquor. You're mixing liquor and liquor.
Hypnotic is not 100% liquor though.
I stopped drinking that one night all those years ago. Me and Swanati went out to like some joint out in the Fall River, and I was destroyed off that. But next,
come on. So, but I'm gonna wrap it up, and then we're gonna go back to you. But the point that I'm trying to make is about our ignorance, even my own. Yeah. Is that I go over there, and I'm like, oh, I says, yo, do you got Hennessy to the bartender? And I was in Belize near Guatemala. I'm like, yo, you got? It was a very small country, very third world, So I'm like, they got donkeys and shit. I'm like, yo, you got Hennessy? He's like, yeah, man. He said you got
you went to Jamaica. You sure
they were ruled by. They're the only English speaking country in Latin America. They were ruled by the British, so they speak like Jamaicans down there.
Really?
Yeah. And I'd been to Jamaica before I'd been there, so I understood them completely, even when they were talking shit. So they embraced me heavily. But anyways, long story short, I said, yo, you got me thinking that they're so behind us that they're not hip.
Yep.
No, we got Anzac, man.
Because Incredible Hulk was still new in the U.S. when I went there, so I'm thinking that they're so far behind us because we're the biggest country in the world and we're so advanced and everybody's behind us. I'm thinking like that, and I'm like, oh, you got Hennessy? Yeah, man. You got Hypnotic? Yeah, man. He goes, what you want, an Incredible Hulk? I was like, So the point is, even I was ignorant.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah.
So that was my whole point. But back to you, getting back to you. So what's going on with Fliz nowadays? Like, what is the current? What's going on?
Now, I try to well, first of all, above a lot of things in my life, I'm a father now, and
how long?
I have a daughter who's 4, and I have a baby in the oven right now during February. So
February 2nd, Aquarius. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, February 9th for this. This is gonna be a son. It's a boy, so I'm having my first boy.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations,
I'm
man.
Are
you gonna call him a son named Fliz Jr.?
I know, right? Now, actually, no. It's funny that I'm gonna name him. I'm gonna call him Knox, like Knox. I was like, that might be his first name.
I like that. Yeah,
so
it's Knox.
Like Knoxville, kind of like
just Knox.
But wait, you're getting it from the Knoxville? Or
no, not at all. I just like the sound of the word Knox.
Yeah.
So now you're bringing it back to the tagging days.
Yeah, exactly.
You like the letters?
I like that.
There's no history behind the word. I like how it sounds.
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't we make our own history because so many names have been used and we're making our own history these days, right?
That's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But another name, I also watch. I'm a nerd for like supernatural shows and whatnot. So there's a show called Supernaturals.
I seen that, yeah.
Is that show?
Good show.
There's an angel on there named Castiel. So that nigga fly as hell. So it's gonna be not Castiel or Castiel.
I would go Knox.
I like Knox.
You know why?
Yeah. No one has that name.
You know why? My name is Kwan, right?
Yep.
So if he names his name was it Castiel?
Castiel, yeah.
He's gonna have problems all his life. It's gonna be a hassle, man. Like
just like when he calls Chinese places, he says their name is Tito.
Yeah, like if I go somewhere, they be like, yo, yeah, what's your reservation? What's your name? I'm like, Tito. You know what I mean? Because if I see my name is Kwan, they're going to go, huh? What?
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Oh, A? Oh. I don't go through all that shit, man, every fucking time. You know what I mean? So I just say, you know what, my name is Tito.
Exactly.
And I get it over with.
So, so Fliz, like what's going on with the music projects? Because I've seen a couple of things.
Yeah, I pretty much fell back. That's a lie. I shouldn't say I fell back for 4 years.
Focused on other things.
But I still did music with other people.
You did features.
Yeah, and also I
produced.
I focused. I produced. I started writing stuff with people, and I started focusing on the youth in Providence. Because for 18 years I worked with the kids out of the training school, and I worked just a level under their probation.
What was you doing over there? Was you doing the poetry joint?
At where?
Through AS220? Was that what you were doing?
Oh, I know. I don't ever did poetry at AS220.
No, I'm saying
with the kids at the training school.
No, that was just
because my sister used to do that through the AS220. My sister, Gianna Rodriguez. She used to be part of the education. She used to be head of the education thing at AS220.
Oh, then I definitely she don't liaison over there.
She don't claim him. She don't.
Yeah. We got that. She's got my father's last name, and I don't.
Nah, I was doing it directly too.
She looks like me, just short and a female.
Yeah.
We look a lot alike.
She's older or younger?
She's younger, and she's
way smarter.
Way smart. She's definitely smarter. She now runs a youth related program out in Baltimore, actually, right now.
All right, word.
Yeah, shout out to my sister Gianna. Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to anybody doing.
She's real close friends with her. Her and Medusa are close friends. Medusa was one of the people in the wedding party. At her wedding.
Medusa, that's my girl right there. I love you, girl. You're watching. But other than that,
no, he said what was you doing with the youth them and the training school?
So give us like a quick run through.
Here's what I would do. When they get out the training school, like I go visit them at the training school while they're in there. They get to know me. I mean, I'll be honest. At this point in my life, everybody knows me in the streets of Providence. 18 years deep, I've worked with the gooniest of goons and helped out a lot of people. Like I've known like everybody over the last 18 years, and my name rings a lot of bells, especially in the hoods out here.
But it's for a positive.
Yeah, for a positive thing.
But see, but Muslims, when people say that, they be like, "My name rings bells." It's like a different. I know, but this is what I'm saying. Like it's a beautiful thing that yours is in a positive connotation.
So what I would do with them after they get out, I start working with them on goals that they have with probation or a judge. Like, all right, if you don't do this, you're going back, or your life is just gonna be effed up. So I started getting them into the music thing. I started the music aspect of it, the poetry aspect of it. Even the females would come out. They'll be like, I wrote these feelings down, whatever. I'll sit with them and they don't know how to put together melodies and flows or pattern it in bars, and they don't know how to count bars.
Yeah.
So I'm that dude who as a mentor. Then shout out to Merk over at the Boiler Room, because that's my studio to go to, and Merk is my kid's godfather, Padrino. So other than that,
that's the Spanish dude over there, right?
Merk brother.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know
it was Squash brother, but I know who Merk is.
Well, I know that Merk is official, man. Everybody loves going to Merk, man.
Yeah, so Merk, he pretty much hooks up. He knows I come through there with my job, and he'll like kind of, hey Merk, I'm gonna pay for these kids, whatever. Like, give me a minute to give these kids a minute to formulate some shit or whatever. For instance, I was there on Monday with 2 kids who never been to the studio, little grimy little kids, right? Shout out to them if they happen to be watching. So they did a little track, but you know, with the youth, they don't know how to really write about
their feelings.
All they know how to do is turn up.
Can I swear up here?
Yeah, you can.
Sorry, you just gotta pay
the $20 fine. We take cash.
God, no. So you know, it's someone like me and my age, like, hey, just bring something out of you, whatever you want to talk about. I'm not gonna censor you. I'm not gonna edit you, but I say, please try to sound like you. Please try to sound how you sound.
That's what I think is important. Not to tell them what to say, just let them tell them that they need to speak from their own voice. Exactly. It's not about what they say; it's how they say it.
So right now with all that Chicago movement, everything that came up,
the drill stuff.
Yeah, every kid. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man.
They're caught up in it.
So many kids I bring to the studio and I tell them, you know, when they're doing their ad libs, squad, like
gang.
I'm like, why you guys do the damn thing?
Gang.
You know, so
squad
and all them skirt sounds and all that. So I was like, yo, that's not yours. So I tell them, and I'll be honest, right off the rip, I know you're not genuine. Like,
you're not living like that.
You lost me.
You ain't got a machine gun. Stop it.
Even if you did, you lost me off of that.
Yeah, because you did somebody. You did somebody.
You know what I mean? I don't believe you.
And it doesn't have.
You duplicated. You mirrored what somebody else is doing.
And that's Chicago's identity. That's not Rhode Island's identity.
Exactly.
Not that Rhode Island has to have one particular sound, but regions do have a certain. It's certain things and things that come with it. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. People try to argue, oh, there is no this and that. Yeah, that's because people are losing their way with that. Like, but you don't. I mean, I think that it's okay for people to pay homage and to try different things, but when you emulate like somebody's whole style or a place that you're not from, like there's a way to do it but still keep your sound. Like ASAP Mob, they're heavily influenced by chopped and screwed Texas music, and you can tell in their music, but they also sound like New York mixed in a way. Whereas a Designer, look at the difference between Designer and ASAP Mob. ASAP Mob still has that New York Harlem swag. Look fly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They still got it, but they got the gold. But they got I can't speak on that because I can't defend that. But what I'm saying is there's niggas around these ways that be having purses on in their pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, yo. Because it is what it is. Purse. We're in a metrosexual age, I guess. But
Yeah, I'm not feeling that too much.
I mean, but all the older cats, we ain't really feeling that though. I mean, we're not really feeling that. But that's a
what do you think about it though?
That's a story for the ages.
Remember in our generation, the music, the women dress like dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, like when Queen Latifah, MC Light. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Hope nobody gets mad at me. But
fuck them if they do.
I'm a believer in double standards. I'm real.
Oh yeah.
I have a son and a daughter. People hate me when I say I'm gonna raise them totally different. I'm like it
but they are different though. Like women and men are different. Not that women should be oppressed, but for instance, when my son turns 18, I always said I was gonna give him a box of condoms and a knife and kick him out the house. My daughter can stay till she's at least 21.
I tell you what.
I have a song where the last 2 lines in the song I said something to the effect of I'll teach my daughter that she can be a little bit of a bitch. You don't want to be some dumb nitwit chick.
Yeah.
Then I said you got to teach your son to never go and be a bitch. So I'm like,
that's true.
Double standard.
You know what? That was an awesome way to describe how because it's not really it's not really about a double standard, but the thing is like this.
I got 5 girls and 2 boys, and boys are dumb as fuck.
Boys are dumb as shit.
These niggas is stupid.
Yo, I don't know if it was a dude.
I ain't never man. My younger daughters then don't do the dumb shit that my older boys do. You know what I mean? Like these niggas do dumb ass shit every fucking day.
It is true though. The girls are less of a problem. It's true though.
One of my daughters is a problem. She was
because there's not a
She got 13. She bugged the fuck out. She was wilding. You know what I mean? None of my other daughters was like, but she was the oldest. You know what I mean? So my other daughters looked at her like, damn, she bugging. So they ain't go that route. But the boys, they've been dumb since day one.
Damn.
Stupid shit.
I hope they're watching. Like, oh, thanks, Pops.
Yeah.
They actually do. His kids actually do watch the show. They actually
they know.
You ever seen that?
He says, love kids.
Yo, you know the comedian Bill Burr?
Bill Burr, yeah.
All right, so there was this thing, and it made a lot of people upset, but it also spoke a lot of truth, right? He said, oh well, he goes, you know. And I'm not advocating. I'm not for or against this statement. I'm just bringing it up because I don't think that women should make less money. Because before people get in there up and out, we've had people want to leave the show thinking we're homophobic and all this other shit. So people walk on eggshells these days. They're too soft. Somebody will kill themselves. Calm down. So what I'm saying is this: is that Bill Burr said this interesting thing. He said women are always upset that men make $1 more an hour or whatever.
Yeah,
or got the corner office.
Yeah.
He goes the feminists to be like, yeah, man. He said when someone break in the house, all of a sudden they got pigtails and everything else. He goes, if I gotta tip the knife, I want the $1 more in the side office.
That's what the boy said. Yo, no, it was more like, he said, don't go feminist when the house is on fire.
Yo, my son's mother. My son's mother is always, we're always having this debate. She's like, I can do what you could do, and you know, I'm a strong woman, I'm a queen, and I could do this and that. The one day we thought someone broke in, she jumped up and covered herself with a sheet, and I had to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go together. You got my back.
Yeah, you know what?
Let's go together. Yo, what you see that video? It's a surveillance video of this Asian lady, right? And somebody breaks into her house through the garage.
Shout out to Lisa.
She runs down the stairs, and she's busting off. Pop.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
it's 3 of these dudes.
Yeah, I seen that.
She
clapped them.
Yeah,
she clapped
these
them.
These niggas is running. This nigga ran this way. This nigga ran this way. This nigga fell. They all had guns.
See that, yeah?
She letting off these niggas. Bob killed one of them.
Yeah, she did.
Bang.
She caught one?
Yeah, killed him.
She clapped him. She killed him.
Other niggas was gone. Like, as soon as she started letting off, these niggas was terrified. And she went in there by herself.
Yes, she did. Where was the dude? Was she like one of those lesbian strong chicks? Or
nah,
no one really knows.
She was ready. She was ready for action.
So to bring it back, so Fliz.
Yeah.
What's the future looking like now?
Well, musically, I'll bring it back to music. Right now on November 16th, I'm doing my album release for the second project. At the beginning of this year, once I took that little 4-year hiatus off my own projects,
and you was doing other stuff,
other stuff. Yeah, I said, you know what? I told myself I'm gonna drop 3 albums in 2017 because that's how much music I got. I got like.
We're dropping our first album after 2 years, so we.
I got like so much music, honestly, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. If I was to like pass away, knock on wood, I have enough music to drop probably about 10, 11 albums.
Posthumously?
Yeah. Yep. Posthumously.
How you say it? Posthumous?
It's posthumous, yeah. But I got you.
Right.
No, but
so we got to be checking your
keep that boy.
I don't know.
Is it sandwich or sandwich?
Sandwich with a G.
That's what you get at the bodega. That's what you get at the bodega. Hey, Bobby, can I get a sandwich?
You need a sandwich.
That's the same.
Can I get a sandwich?
That's the same David Jr. used to do. He's singing. He says sandwich. That's what he does.
But some people I talked to, some of the people who support me was like, dude, 3 albums in 1 year is way too fucking much. You're not giving people.
It's almost like doing why I think that solo artists, unless you're extremely famous, and even then you shouldn't do double albums. That worked in the '90s, not now.
Yep.
It's the same thing why you shouldn't flood too much because it'll get overlooked.
Yep.
Some good material. Good material you have.
We got to test that theory on that Chris Brown joint because Chris Brown dropping the 45 track album coming up, and we're gonna see how that works out.
See, but check it out. I always say this before. Listen, 2 of my favorite artists are Killer Priest and Nas. Shout out to Killer Priest. Got the bill with him recently in New York. Killer Priest and Nas both dropped double albums. They're 2 of my favorite MCs. They both had a lot of influence on me lyrically and in my life.
Yep.
And I've never heard every song on both of those double albums.
Really?
I haven't. I've tried. I go through and I jump.
To hear every song is pretty tough.
So, but people like Wu-Tang Forever. That was a group of people, but that was also the '90s. It was the context.
Yeah.
Now, even we all older and younger people, we have a short attention span. We're click, move. Like before, I used to sit and watch documentaries for 2 hours and the time would go by. Today, I watched something on Illuminati today for 15 minutes, and 10 minutes in, I'm checking the time. Like, damn, how long is this? It was only 10, and it was only 10 minutes in.
You think about it for 3 years?
No, but seriously, so we're all
means it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't that. It was that my attention span is just it's adjusted to society because I'm so involved with social media and
don't blame society.
I love that.
No, I'm not. I'm blaming myself. I'm responsible for it, but I'm saying, but to participate in society, you pick up. It's like this: when you move to a place, if you move to another state, like if you move down south, or you move another country, you pick up a little bit of their slang. You pick up a little.
I understand
bit of
what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
But
when in Rome, you do what the Romans do.
Yeah,
I understand.
Doesn't make it right or wrong.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying. I'm saying this though.
I'm just saying this. Most of us older heads that had more patience have a short attention span too because we've adjusted to the current times.
I would give you that, Mike. I don't have a short.
Is your attention span the same as it was years ago?
No. I was going to say no.
All right, and it's not age. It's not your age. It's us adapting to the current age.
Somewhat, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because think about it. Because we could get left behind if we take 2 hours to watch something and somebody watched 3 things and got more information.
But no,
you know
that's not a good way to look at it because like you can watch something for 30 minutes
and not get the whole context of it. Yeah. No, you're right.
That's why you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not a big fan of movies because a movie is a commitment.
Like a 2-hour commitment, 2.5 hours.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna sit there and watch that movie from the beginning, you have to watch that movie almost all the way through because say a movie is 2 hours long.
Yep.
An hour and 15 minutes to the movie. You get up and walk away for 10 minutes, and you come back and you watch the rest of the movie, the rest of the 40 minutes. And now you're like, this movie is stupid as hell. Shit don't make no sense. Why? Because you missed that important 15 minutes of the movie. That was the most important part of the movie and brought everything together. But you missed it.
I don't have that issue. I'm a movie nerd, dog.
Let me ask you a question.
No, I was just saying that I'm a movie nerd, dog. Like, I'm that dude who, like, with certain type of movies. Like, I'm also a comic book, not comic book itself nerd, but the movies. Like, I love when the Avengers and Thor and all that shit come out. Like oh, I gotta see this shit.
Yeah, because those of us that grew up on the comic book era.
It's funny. It's like my boy Don and shit. I seen a lot of movies because Donald. Yep. And Donald's the type of dude, he'll watch a B-level movie, a C-level movie. He don't care.
Oh, I ain't doing that.
He'll watch a B-level movie. He watched, what's it called, Pumpkin Pie. It was a spin-off, a black spin-off of American Pie. And it was called,
he's the kind of guy that watch. He's the kind of guy that used to watch the Toxic Avenger.
But the ill part about it is,
I seen that.
There's like 3 of them.
The ill part about it, Don,
and a cartoon.
I'm watching this movie. I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. This shit's crazy. I'm like, Don sleep. He's like this.
Yep.
Like, yo, what the hell is going on? Homeboy right there, he did this and he did that. Remember that box he picked up? The box he picked up had the thing, and that's why he done. I'm like, how the fuck did this nigga figure that shit out? I thought he was asleep.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I guess like it's one of those things like you just click and gravitate towards movies and just it's like a natural thing for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Fliz, we want to ask a question. So you've been around a lot.
Yeah.
You've been a lot. Have you been? Cash, you want to take the question?
Bourbon Street?
Yeah.
You ever been to New Orleans? And
no, I've never been to New Orleans.
But you know Bourbon Street.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What are they known for?
Bourbon Street is known for Mardi Gras, Mob Beach, but they have.
We don't want you to show your boobs, by the way.
My man breast is pretty high. I can flex.
We don't have any beef. I have to give you my UZD chain. You know what I'm saying?
They have a lot of a certain establishment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
You know, New England we call them bars.
Bars.
Bars?
Bars.
Oh, bars.
So we've come to the show and prove part of the show, but we need a verse.
Some bars.
Okay.
We need some Bourbon Street. As we call it.
Yes, you have to rap. No, there's no beat. Just everybody asks those. No, I know you. I know it's okay with you.
The common questions surrounding Bourbon Street.
I gotta rap. Yes, this is a show about rap. You're a rapper, motherfucker. Yes, you gotta rap.
We only give passes to legends. You know.
Yeah, only legends get passes.
Rock from Helter Skelter called, and he was with his kid. And Master Ace was at the amusement park.
Yeah, with his kids. Master Ace was at Six Flags, and he still called him.
And he gracefully declined Bourbon Street. But they're legends. Yeah. But we have other people that come here that's pretend to be rappers. Yeah. Yep. And we say, you know what Bourbon Street is? You need some bars. You want me to rap?
I gotta rap right now?
What the fuck you doing here?
Nah, the funny thing is,
I gotta rap?
I knew, as soon as I knew I was coming here, I said, there's no way you're not gonna spit a goddamn verse.
Because that's your OG. Yeah, but you're an OG though.
Yeah,
who
comes to a hip hop based radio show?
At least half of our guests.
Yeah, they don't think they're gonna spit something?
That's like
at least half our guests. And not all of them are young boys. I ain't gonna say no names.
That's like going to Price Right and know you have to pay for bags and ask for somebody to bag your food when you leave. You know what I'm saying? You know you gotta pay for your goddamn bags. It costs 10 cents a piece.
So let's get right into it, so we can, because we know you got a show tonight.
All right, I can just go. I can go right now.
Whenever you ready.
The floor is yours.
Not to say that I'm the king of this, but this thing on my head is the blingiest. Dare I say platinum? I'm the ringiest. Platinum gloves, rap for love, stay mingling. I need to be at a point to say I've been there. Then engineer when I'm there for this hemisphere. And say I did it for them and then bim. Come back for next year, then do it again. Make a camp of new vamps to get them all amped. So I keep sweat the session, I gotta leave stamps. So stamp that, watch me dally along. Trying to get Mahogany to go and sing on my song. Like Fliz, oh Flizzle. Man, that's so Flizzle. She might know Flizzo to the bone gristle. Who is you? Chico, I'm the worthiest. This homicidal MC, I'm the earliest. I escalate the lyricism with the quickness. I'm smooth doing this. Big Fliz been on that pimp shit. It's way too easy. I figured I'm a whiz kid. I'm a corporation. Try giving me the business. You get gobbled up, get swallowed up. All that lavish little living get hollowed up. All your statements is liquefied, bottled up. So keep your car in the yard and don't start it up. Whatever that guy do, I won't act the same. But tracks makes fresh face aftershave. So keep spinning on like a baton and sing a song till the monster is gone. Word is born. I don't think you understand what music do to me. I ain't married to this game, but I'm soon to be engaged, held down by a community. I gave birth to a couple tracks raised beautifully. Everybody talks of a horn or a halo. I get in my groove, I'm so meat and potatoes. I got on that assalamu alaikum my ego till you hallelujah yourself and to myself and cool myself. Chilling like I cool my jets. Turn the afterburner off, catch a fat boy flex. Yep, I want to be the greatest rapper that you met. So when your radio on, you get me more or less. Now I'm going to get judged in the public opinion. Half of y'all will recognize that he's 1 in a million. Yeah, I told my mom to turn that radio on. Hey ma, and tell papa to turn the stereo down. Now I'm on my bobblehead bobbling just to bother him. They bugging and buzzing cause it wasn't something to them. Appealing to tune is when I'm knocking out of the tuner to knock him off the car and park cooler.
Give your handle so everybody can find you, bro.
Hey, check it out. You can find me at any website. You put /who them. That's Reverb, SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter.
And it's who them is DEM.
WHODEM. You'll find me everywhere. But my last album, which was called The Symphony Volume 1, is on every major digital distribution like Apple, iTunes, Amazon, even that old MySpace link thing that comes out.
Yeah, that new MySpace shit.
Yeah, you can get it everywhere. Just go. It's on YouTube actually too if you want to go there because YouTube created some new kind of
YouTube Red.
Is that what it's called?
The one with no ads and all that shit.
The music. Yeah, and they put your cover and they just run it. It's on that. Yeah. So the next album is dropping on November 16th, and the release party is actually going to be at the Parlor on North Main Street. Shout out to them.
What's the date for that?
November 16th is a Thursday.
We'll be there. What time is it?
It's going to be from 9 to
we'll be there
9
after
to
the
1.
show. We'll
so
plug it.
Already Medusa Black is on it.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Swanati's going to open. Chachi's going to open. P.D. Pegleg hit me up. He was like, yo, I said, yo, Pete, I got a new song with P.D. Pegleg, so he's gonna be
Shout
there
out to P.D. He's been on here before. He was on here when we did a discussion forum on white people using the word nigga.
Oh, okay.
And he was our white representative. He wanted to get people that weren't on the show to talk, so he was the white representative.
He's a great representative of a white guy who's gonna talk about that.
Yeah, he was. It was dope. It was a dope forum. But yeah, so we'll be there though. We'll plug the show and we'll definitely be there to support, brother.
Definitely. Alright, yo.
Oh, and plug the show you're going to tonight.
Oh, right now, after this, I got a show over at AS220 with Mike the Boss. It's like a Halloween, what do you call his company? I don't want to mess his company up. He's a young man who's trying to start, it's called the Hip Hop Connection.
Heard of it.
So, he's trying to get that popping off. And every time that dude, shout out to Mike, he's always been good to me.
Yeah, we had the Zoo Crew in here.
Yeah, I love the Zoo Crew.
Shout out to the Zoo Crew.
Whenever that dude was like, yo, come do something, I'm there. So I'll be there tonight. Come check me at AS220 with a bunch of people.
All right, Fliz. Thank you, brother.
Deuces, bro.
Thank you for coming through and supporting the Chopp Shop, brother. Chopp Shop.
Hey, yo, my team's monumental. Boy, I'm getting cream, I'm screaming, can it be so simple? Twisted off that lean, I'm counting green in my rental. Weed and nicotine, I'm Charlie Sheen in my mental. You fiend for my level.
Yeah, that's my shit, man. Huh? Yo, chill. Huh? I told my nigga come and talk to me. I could bring it to New Haven quick. When niggas know a nigga that know a nigga, what up with knowing niggas, nigga, I don't know shit. They drop jewels, but niggas ain't never made nothing. They all talk, but niggas ain't never paid nothing. And then they get in the booth, start feeling they self, start talking that shit like if they spray something. I'm in the hood while y'all niggas play the law scene. I'm straight dropping you this water all chlorine. The girl dirty and I still keep the ball clean. The bills paid, my daughter fed, your boy mean. I'm out here, I don't fuck with the club scene. Matter of fact, I ain't even social. I disappear for a month and follow the cold front. Yeah, I told you that my hustle coastal. You can't make it if you stay local. And never let a washed up nigga coach you. It's a lot of that around here, so it's for the living. I crack a bottle and pour a beer. Whole dog here, no service or poor beers. Handful of niggas the team, so yeah, we all here. Rather have mine with a beam, let's make it all clear. Bang, bang, rush mouth gang, nigga, this our year. Straight like that. I've been the man since I started laying tracks. Ain't never been a time that I was whack. Always snapping off and dumbing when I rap. Never slacking when it come to spitting facts. Bitch, you artificial, my artificial, you get it, my nigga, cause I be sizzling the track. Sizzling the track. Bongs, blunts, joints of marijuana got me buzzing in the struggle to relax. Take another listen, my nigga, and run it back. 100 bars a minute is going over your cap. Flow is so infinite, my nigga, riddle me that. It ain't about me if it ain't about scratch. I'ma stack it, put the state up on my back. Never slacking, my mackin' is still attacking, so immaculate. Wasn't really with battling, I toss him like a javelin. Overthrowing establishment, I ain't having it. Born a leader, never follow, not the half of it. That's why I move like an activist. On the low, high lean, no activist. Cause it seemed like a catalyst. The dumber generation down and it's the saddest shit. And I ain't hating, but I had it vent. Tell me what your life's like and use common sense.
Yo, most of my dark years drowning in my soul with my peers. Lies of ignorance being sung in my ears. Pushing my self-esteem in lower gear. I swear, crown me in my chair while getting my dick sucked, celebrating like cheers. Life is like an improper faction, counting money with no distraction. Automatics and relaxing. Low profile like a high-paid assassin. Slaughtering, rewards putting niggas in their coffins. Popping bottles often. Yeah, y'all niggas is soft like the hands on women or the cloth of linen. Mr. Granddaddy Flow Optimist. Smoke more water than the abyss. Gangsta nemesis, reminisce on my slickness. Ninth Prince Mystics, Maya Angelou Ballistics. Explicit realistic on how I kick it.
If you shake them up, boy, you gon' wake them up. Put a little batter in the mix, start caking up. I had a couple problems in the past, boy, was corrupt. Had the ante up, nose candy couldn't blow me up. The streets calling me, warning me, that's my mistress. Clinching on a sheet, back shots are ridiculous. I crip walk, speak blood in my sentences. It been a benefit to graduate from the tenement. You ain't feeling it, then you's a motherfucking idiot. Double I sicker than a bitch with chlamydia. My familia never deal with multimedia, but when she calls, sprint move like a cheetah. Bang bang, voice of the asphalt speakers. Thugs that was raised from a buck cop Peters. Some cop the white line, some cop the broccoli. Some got the juice to boost your clientele properly. Stone face.
What's up, world? Welcome back. Gang, gang. Welcome back. Welcome back.
You know why?
Chopp Shop Radio.
You know why man's don't come on this show, man?
Why the man's don't come on this show?
Because the man's not hot.
Man's not hot.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh man.
Scrap, boom, pop. If you was hot, you'd be on the show, man.
Yo, so listen, everybody out there, from me to you, on behalf of the family, the whole Universal Movement, we'd like to thank you. Everybody, we really appreciate, like I say, we don't have any major sponsors. We don't have any corporations or nothing behind us. We're a grassroots movement.
We got the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition.
Yeah, we got the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition, and that is something. But what I'm saying is, as far as like, we don't have any major sponsors and nobody funding this. We do this from the grain, from our own. So a share of, the website, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Little things like that go a long way, man. We don't ask nobody for no donations, no money. Just subscribe to the channel, share the post, man. Share the joint. Help us get our views up, man. Like, so we can further our goals, which is to bring you the platform. We built this platform not to talk about ourselves, because if you think about it, like if you go in our 2-year history, if you look at it, the thing we talk about the least is ourselves. Like we always talk about other people, and there's not a lot of times where artists give the mic.
You know why we don't talk about them? Because man's not hot.
Man's not hot. So here we are back at the. So I've been getting a lot of input from people that have been hitting me up and saying, "Nah, B, when you're gonna bring back the Nah B facts?" Because I used to kick facts and everything like that. So I went through a couple of facts and we're gonna discuss them. So pick a number through 1 through 10.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The word J used to be a slang word.
You mean J-A-Y?
Yeah, J-A-Y.
That's my middle name.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting. Used to be slang for foolish.
Foolish?
Yeah. So Quan Foolish Boyer over here.
Right.
So J used to be slang for foolish, and when a pedestrian ignored street signs, he was called a J walker.
So that's funny because I was watching the interview with that was a West Coast rapper, man. The hyphy dude.
The Ghost Ride Your Whip dude.
Yeah, the dude that be
what's his name? What's his name? I can't think of his name, but go ahead.
He rap like that. Said, Kick the Sneak.
Yeah.
So I was watching the Kick the Sneak interview and shit, and he was like, in the interview, it was like, say something to me in a slang that was West Coast slang, like
Oakland has their own slang.
The Oakland slang. He was like,
shout out to E40.
So yeah, go up to a girl. He said, I go up to a girl with a big ass, be like, hey, what you feeding that thing?
That sounds like some down south finna. Like I'm finna go to the Waffle House.
He said he go up to a girl and said, what you feeding that thing? He said, shoot, holla at me, girl. I ain't no J cat. You know what I mean? So that goes along with saying like I ain't no J cat. I ain't no fool.
So I guess that is, yeah. So
yeah, it makes sense.
It's interesting because with the history. Okay, Showcast, pick a number 1 through 10. Listen to this. Everybody knows who Ben and Jerry's is, right? They own $1 million. I
think it's New Hampshire or Maine. They have their headquarters.
But they're all over now.
They have the headquarters in Maine.
But they're $1 million business now, right? So check this out. Ben and Jerry learned how to make ice cream by taking a $5 correspondence course offered by Penn State, and they split the course, meaning they did it through the mail or online or whatever. I think it was through the mail, and they went $2.50 each.
It wasn't no fucking online back when them niggas in college.
So it was correspondence. So it was mail. Yeah, correspondence. So they took the course, and then they took a course on a $5 course
how to make ice cream
by Penn State, and now they run one of the most successful ice cream companies. And also they have their company, as opposed to other companies that have very more natural, and they're the ones that have all the like Grateful Dead kind of ice cream,
fish food.
If y'all never Sweaty Balls, is that your favorite ice cream?
Nah, but if you like,
you said that with conviction.
Yeah, well, that's why Saturday Night.
You said that with conviction.
I like my favorite Ben and Jerry's
tracks.
You like that one? That was yours?
I think it was all the chocolate.
They had Chunky Monkey. Chunky Monkey was okay.
Yeah, like
my favorite was they had one called Turtle Soup.
I don't think I had
and it was actually like turtles. The chocolate caramel and the peanuts.
Yeah.
So they had like little pieces of the turtle into the thing with caramel
Danger the Hood's in the building.
That was my favorite Ben and Jerry's ice cream, but a lot of them got discontinued.
They still have them there? They still got Ben and Jerry's out there?
No, I don't think they still have it. A lot of things changed, but the Ben and Jerry's that moved out, it used to be at the mall, but they're still, they're pretty much all over New England area.
They eliminated a lot of their flavors. A lot of the flavors got discontinued.
But I think, you know what it is? I think like other businesses, because of the way society has changed, they've gone from having less stores and more of their products in like supermarkets.
Well, even then too. Like I said, there's a lot of Ben and Jerry's. There's a lot of Ben and Jerry's flavors that's discontinued. That's discontinued and not around.
Yeah, I think they do a lot of like a temporary joints. All right, so Slim, pick a number 1 through 10. This one, like I said, I want to pick a couple non-music related ones. Check this out. So one of them, and this is one of my favorite candy bars. I don't eat a lot of candy anymore, but I used to eat a lot of candy. Is Three Musketeers.
Wow. Did you know? Disgusting. The worst candy bar ever.
No, I don't think it is. I actually like the Three
Terrible.
Musketeers. Did you know that the original?
Almond Joy and Three Musketeers the worst.
Did you know that the original?
Burn them.
Did you know that the original?
Take them and send them to Mars.
Can I finish?
Oh, that's what I be saying about you.
Did you know that the original Three Musketeers had 3 pieces, and it was in vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. When the other flavors became harder to come by because of the world changing for World War II, Mars decided to go with all chocolate. So
that's funny because now we have these all kind of crazy flavors for everything.
Well, things are different though, because back in the days, war used to affect the trade lines. Now things are different.
Right. But it's crazy. I think like just the different flavors and so many different varieties of certain stuff that's been like a classic for a long time. I think that has a lot contribute to a lot to do with the cancer.
Danger the Hoods in the building.
You know what I'm saying? Like that do with cancer and shit like that.
Yep. Happy 2-year anniversary, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we had to do to get you out here, man. 2-year anniversry.
We lied. The actual 2 years anniversary is next week. We just lied to get you here.
Yeah, you just came for the free chicken and booze.
You got me.
That wasn't a black joke. That was a Danger joke. So, Danger, pick a number 1 through 10. Go 10. All right, so we read this one earlier. So check this out, Danger. What do you think about this? So I'm not gonna say his name right, but Norwegian skier Odd Bjorn. I know how to say Bjorn because I know people with that name. Odd Bjorn Hemjemset, as was asked on why he didn't win the gold at the 2010 Olympics, and his reply was, "I think I have seen too much porn in the last 14 days."
And what I said was, we need to start watching Norwegian porn to figure out what the fuck is so good about that to make Olympic skiing.
Yeah.
So if he was in Russia, if he was in Russia and Michael Phelps said, you know what, I lost this one because I was watching so much porn. You don't start watching American porn.
Believe it.
That's what I want to be doing.
All right, so Showcast.
For the record, let me say this: I don't watch porn because my girl don't watch porn, and I feel like watching porn by yourself is torture.
Yep, it is torture.
So if my girl don't watch porn, I don't watch porn. So I haven't watched porn in like 3 years.
Such a gentleman.
Yeah. No, well.
So we're gonna go. I'm gonna switch to a different page because you guys are already going, and we're gonna go Cash. Pick a number 1 through 8.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hallmark. This shows this is one of those things where they say a sign of the times. Hallmark now sells cards that have a line of encouragement cards you can send to people who just lost their job. Which is something that
I mean, you just filling the void.
Yeah, no, but there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, filling the void. You know what I mean? Like cards. I used to hate buying cards. Let's say like me, Donald, my boy Don, Big Donald, and George. We all grew up together, and we used to all go.
Actually watching right now.
What's up? Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Tango. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His name is Tango because my name is Cash because his name is Tango. That's, you know what I mean? So. You know what I mean? So we used to back in the day. We used to go out like Mother's Day and shit like that. We used to go shopping together, and he's I'm giving my mom a card. Man, fuck those cards, man. Those cards don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Like I could never Don tell you right now, Cash never bought nobody a card.
You get a dollar store card for me unless it's a really special situation.
No, I can't do it.
People don't read cards. You know what it is with kids? Like my daughter, like you can't give her a card because she don't read it. She just looks at there's money in it.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
And what do you do? My mom had cards all over the fucking place. She had cards hanging off this, hanging over here.
I save a couple.
Cards on the counter. Cards. Hey, knock these bitches over, man.
I save a couple of them. So all right, Showcast.
I always hated cards. Card. For the record, a card is not a present. All right.
No, it's not.
Pick 1 through 8. That's not 5 because we already did 5.
7.
5, 6, 7. Statistically speaking, donkeys kill more people than plane crashes annually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goddamn.
donkeys.
When
you was talking about that, and you take pictures out there, did you?
I have the pictures.
Can you concur with that?
Yeah. We got a picture of a donkey standing over there like this.
Next show, next Chopp Shop, I'm gonna bring.
Break yourself.
I'm gonna bring the picture in of the donkey. But you know, the thing of it is that statistically speaking, you're more likely to die in a car accident than you are on a plane.
100 times more.
But that's by the numbers. But the thing is, like,
100 times more.
The thing is this. Check this out. I'll give you another one that bugs people out. We talked about this before in the Chopp Shop. Coconuts falling kill more people than sharks.
Selfies kill more people than sharks.
Yeah, you know what? I had a fact of how many. A lot of people.
Selfies.
There was
more people died. More people died from
selfies than something else. I forgot what it was.
A lot of shit.
A lot of shit. Yeah.
At least like 200. Selfies. At least 200, 300 people died from selfies last year alone.
How do you get killed by a selfie?
There's
all right, taking a selfie and you walk into a car.
No, for instance,
you walk into a hole.
For instance, there's a video.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, there's this video. It's called like Epic Women Fail, Girl Fails or something. It's all girls is failing, and the first shit is a girl looking out of a train. She's on a train. She looks outside the train and goes to take a picture, and another train comes from the other side of the track and almost took her fucking head off. Yep. Like literally, so she ducked in just in the nick of time. Shit almost took her fucking head off.
That's what it is though, because people listen.
People try to take selfies on like big buildings or the edge of this and edge of that, and they get fucked.
Trying to get that epic shot.
Yeah, and you know what? There's actually been a very legitimate scientific study that says that the rise of taking selfies is a sign of the rise of narcissism. For people that don't understand what narcissism is, it's when people are obsessed with themselves, and it's like people have become so obsessed with the imagery of themselves and not the reality that they've started to share.
I can't co-sign that.
All right, so go ahead, speak on it.
I think that it's more about everybody else co-signing it.
I agree.
It's not about, because you can take a selfie yourself, take a selfie, put it on Facebook, and get dogged.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's going to tear you down. What the people are really looking for is that acceptance of the people that's saying, you look so great. Oh my God, look at your hair, is beautiful. And it's almost like when a woman or a man, they put their whole life on Facebook and they get to argue. If I get to an argument with you, and I go to say, yo, this nigga Nabi said this, not said this, and not said that. I put that up there for people to say, you're right.
Right. To seek someone's approval.
And you know what?
How about people that make a post to be like, I don't care about this, but why are you posting about it?
You know what I'm saying? You looking for you're looking for vindication from other people.
You are, but that's what the whole social media has. It's supposed to be a way that it could either be used as a tool to connect us or a tool for you to feed your ego, right? You ever seen that picture?
Make money.
You ever seen that picture? You ever seen the picture where it shows the person overdosing and it shows all the different social medias and they overdose from trying to get likes and all this other shit? Like,
yeah. I mean, I totally understand that, and that kind of.
Man,
all right, let me say this. Let me say this. If you have an ego and you need likes, you really don't have an ego.
This is true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you need likes, you're really a self-conscious person.
Yeah, you're self-conscious about yourself. Yeah, exactly.
I
agree.
You know what I'm saying? If you go up there and you got an ego, you don't give a fuck about them likes. You know what I'm saying? You think you the shit regardless of what anybody else thinks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? So you don't need that vindication. So partially the shit is right, but it's like a lot of what's like frail people, emotionally damaged people. And they need that vindication. They need somebody else to be like, you know what, you're right. And there's a lot of people that don't. The shit that pissed me off is not the actual post. It's the people that agree with the bullshit.
The comments that come after.
Exactly. It's like, nigga, like damn well.
Oh, I agree with that. I can agree.
You know goddamn well that's just some bullshit. But you trying to stroke this motherfucker's ego, or you trying to like just make this person feel better. You know what I mean? Like you could post some shit, and you be like, it's some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But instead you're gonna be like, you know what? It's fine. It's so great. Yeah, I love what you do. But you really don't, just to be that person to.
Yeah, but there's too much dick riding going on. Like people don't want to admit they don't like some shit, because if you say you don't like some shit, you're a hater.
But it goes both ways though. It's like a lot of dick riding and a lot of
these rappers go both ways.
A lot of dick riding, a lot of trolling. A lot of motherfuckers won't troll a motherfucker in real life, but you would troll a motherfucker.
That's why I said that's why I said the other day, the 90s rules is that, yo, listen, I stand by this. There's nothing I've ever said on social media or whatever or this and that I won't say to a person's face. And if you can't say to a person's face what you say, you shouldn't fucking say it. Like, cause that's coward shit. So there's no comments or nothing I've ever said by anybody. I don't give a fuck who they are, where they're at, whether they're in this state, another country, whatever. If I said it here or I said it whatever, I'll say it to your fucking face. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem with our current society is that people are so caught up in this information shit that they do not want to, they won't say shit to people's, you know what I'm saying, faces. And that is the problem with us. We're a disconnected society.
That's what it is. Telephone tough guys.
Yeah, we're a disconnected society. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to this brother the other day this other brother from the Midwest talking about the other day. He was like, yo, these dudes get online and they talk all this gangster shit. He goes straight up. He's just straight up. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a killer. I won't kill you. He said, I don't got guns. I don't shoot people. I never killed nobody. He said, I'm not a tough guy. He said, but I do box. And I will come, and he talked about stories about going and seeing dudes and boxing with him and shit. And that's the whole thing is like, this whole internet shit got people fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that run their mouths and say slick shit. And I don't respond to it because I'm like, yo, I'm not going to respond to it because I'm really about that life. Yep. When I say about that life, I don't mean I'm a gangster. I don't mean I'm a tough guy. I just mean that if I got a conflict with you, I'm going to really do it. So I would rather wait till I see you and approach you and pull up your post and be like, yo, what was you saying about this? Instead of arguing with you on Facebook and we go back and forth.
It was funny.
You know what I'm saying?
It was funny. You know,
like a joke on that shit.
It's funny because y'all know who Chuck Reeves is and what he does and shit, right? So, you know, he went to a event I think it was yesterday or whatever, like a Juggalo event. You know those guys, right?
Yeah, yep.
And I guess he had an issue with them. And he was talking shit about the Juggalos. And he's a Juggalo stan at the end of the day.
Yep.
And the funny part about it was he went live as he was going into the venue. So what that first told me was, if anybody's gonna confront him and have a conflict, he's on live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that's some straight ass sucker shit. You know what I mean? That's some straight punk ass sucker shit. Like you walking in there and everybody watching the thing is thinking to themselves, I'm looking. I'm looking at him like, oh, he's going in. He's a beast. He's a monster. Look at him. We watching him walking into the venue where people got problem with him. Mm-hmm. But what he's really doing is recording so that he got
evidence.
Yeah.
So we gonna go off. We gonna stray away. We gonna stray away from that guy. You know what I mean? We gonna stray away from that guy. And
it is.
Can you plug your phone?
You know, so you know, I think I want to talk about. I was watching this YouTube video. No, we don't want to plug into that. Nah.
This ain't working. The plug's not working over here. I can't. He's about to call. I can't.
All right. So, you know, I don't think I was talking about. I was watching a video, YouTube video, and it was explaining the whole what's this guy's name? Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
And they was talking about the whole Dave Chappelle shit. I wanted to talk about this last week, but then we got I guess called in, right? So I was watching this video, and it was by an anonymous source, and they was talking about the whole Dave Chappelle incident when his show was popping, and everybody was like, yo, he went to Africa
and he left. He disappeared and everything.
They say he bugged out and they say he lost his mind. And all
this particular video was saying that the reason why he did all this stuff was because people like Oprah, Bill Cosby, they was watching. They all knew Dave Chappelle for a long time, and they was all like good friends of him. And when his show came out, they was like they didn't like the way he was depicting black people, black stereotypes on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And they called him, and they was like, "Yo, you need to chill with your brand of comedy. You need to stop."
How you gonna silence someone's voice? Though?
Exploiting black people that way. And he was like, he took it as nothing. This what this thing is saying, and then it goes on. It was like after a while, he wouldn't stop, and he kept doing it, So they was like, the shit that really stopped him was like actual black people, Jesse Jackson, higher ups in the black community. Jesse Jackson
still claimed by the black community?
Partially. Okay. Partially.
It was an honest question.
No, I hear you.
Partially.
Yeah.
unfortunately, the whole the Facebook thing we could trade, the cultural trading thing was started by David Chappelle.
Can I just say that
we can't do that? We will trade the nigga.
Some of my mentors were actual direct students of Malcolm X, like were direct students of Malcolm and were actual Panthers that were in books, or some of my mentors, and all of them never had nothing nice to say about Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson is a piece of shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, all of my. So shout out to Sophia Bukhari.
This nigga said,
rest in peace, Queen.
This nigga Jesse Jackson.
She with a lot of people like that. They didn't.
That nigga was on an interview. You know what I mean? There was a Jesse Jackson interview, and they thought the cameras was off, and he said, "I hate Obama. I wish I can cut his nuts off." You guys never seen that?
That sounds a little gay and aggressive.
The nigga said he didn't know the cameras wasn't rolling anymore.
But I bet you on camera,
and he showed all this support, on camera when Obama got inaugurated.
Yeah, he showed us support.
He was crying.
Oh my God! Yeah, they acted like fucking Martin Luther King returned.
Crying, literally tears, crying. But with that being said, right?
He was mad because he wasn't the first.
You just opened up a door.
There it is.
I wanted to
all right, so boom. So now Dave Chappelle's like, and they're like, listen, you need to stop this shit or we're gonna shut you down. And he's not listening to them. Yep. He's going on with the comedy and the reparations, the whole reparations skit. Yep. And homeboy from Al Sharpton is a big supporter of reparations, and he was trying to get reparations. Yep. And so make a long story short, Dave Chappelle was saying that they were in his house taking pictures next to his kids sleeping. He said one day, well, he's not saying this. The anonymous source is saying this is what happened.
So-called close source to the party. That's what it always is.
He's an anonymous source. And he's like, he's like, on Christmas, they send him a Tyrone's Bigham pinhead doll, a voodoo doll, with pins in it.
That's pretty weird.
Saying, stop that brand of comedy.
You know, one of the reasons also, though, is because unlike other people, they released how much money he was making. Remember, he made a skit in the Lost Tapes about that.
And funny, so he was like, there was one. He said there was one time he woke up. Well, I can't say he. The report said there was one time he woke up, and there was a guy sitting on his chest. He said his wife was sleeping next to him, and she wouldn't wake up, like she was sedated type thing. What the fuck? And these dudes on, like 3 dudes in his crib, in his bed, in his house. And then he was like, it said one time he went out with his peoples. He went out with his peoples to go eat, and he gave one of his credit cards. It got declined. He gave another credit card. It got declined. He said he got a call. Was like, listen, you just stop what the fuck you're doing. Try a card now. The card went through.
That's some crazy shit.
And he was like the final.
But that's why some people are scared to speak out.
But they're saying this came from the black higher ups,
right?
Oprah's, the Bill Cosby's.
Listen,
the fucking.
What about the Talented 10th? You know what the Talented 10th are?
Yeah, I heard of it, yeah.
The Talented 10. Those are the. It depends on who you're talking to, but if you're talking to somebody that's part of one of those black Greek organizations, they're the prominent black people who would go and start organizations, colleges like Howard University, black colleges, right? Mm-hmm. The Talented 10. But if you go to the other side of the spectrum, people say that these are the people that sold out the black community in exchange for power to oppress them. Like for instance, like if you deal with not going too far into it, but if you deal with Masonry and you deal with Masonic organizations, the black organization is the Prince Hall organization, which has its foundation in Philly. I actually have some books that are Prince Hall books that are real exclusive books because I collect exclusive books. So I've done a lot of reading on this. And Prince Hall comes from like one of the president's slaves, and they were given the charter to be able to do this. But the thing is when you get into those secret cults and all of that, the black
you use it and trap the black man.
The black man wasn't allowed to go all to the highest degree because there's 33 degrees in a Mason. Yep. But white people can go 33 and a half. They call it a half a degree, but it's actually not a half a degree. That's misleading. It's a whole school that blacks are not allowed. So yes, you can be a black man and you can shake hands with these Masons. And
the funny part,
but you can't go into those.
The funny part about it is,
you get what I'm saying.
You think about this. You know what I mean? Like, look at how many rich black people in America has like really helped black people in America. They go to Africa and build schools. They go over these other countries.
Look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has all kinds of money in the prison industrial complex, and blacks kill each other over Jordans
since 1985.
Blacks have killed other blacks over Jordans for so much. There's been so much sneaker violence, right? Shout out to the homie Stoneface. He did a video on that about the sneaker violence and everything because he's from North Philly, which North Philly makes some of the places where people call hood look like motherfucking suburbs. Because I used to work in North Philly, and I've been in North Philly, and it's a
make Rhode Island look like suburbs.
North Philly makes South Side Providence look like Cranston. Like it's tough over there. It's rough, and they had a problem with people killing each other over sneakers. I think what did that Kanye shit? What was it, Kanye or was it Kanye? Who said that? No, was it? No, it was J. Cole. He said they're dying over sneakers, so it's death by designer.
Yep.
So
it's death.
Yeah, man. I grew up in Brooklyn and New York in those times in the late 80s.
Niggas would kill. Yo, I remember when niggas would get. Yo, I went to school here
in
Providence.
Listen, my brother
stabbed over starter jackets.
Like I said, yeah, my older brother was gay, and gay people are really stylish. You know what I mean? So he had like the first Sherlin leather. My mom was like, "Don't go outside with that shit. Don't go nowhere with that leather Sherlin on. Get killed, nigga."
I remember
niggas would wear that motherfucker with a bullet hole in the back.
Listen,
niggas shot you in the back for the motherfucker. Take that bitch off and wear the shit with a bullet hole.
Yo, listen, going to high school in the 90s in Providence, Rhode Island, which is nowhere near as tough as some other places that I've lived, right? I've personally, with my own two eyes, seen people get jumped, stabbed, and baseball batted for starter jackets. Mm-hmm. I've seen with my own eyes people get stabbed. I've walked through the hallway when I went to high school. When I was in high school, my first year, I remember walking through the hallway and seeing a kid get shanked with a knife. And then people lifting up his jacket to stab him to not mess up the jacket and taking his starter jacket.
You know, it's funny.
I've seen it with my eyes.
I was talking. I was on a Facebook chat and we was talking about racism and stuff like that. And there was a lot of people from Woonsocket, like a lot of white people from Woonsocket, and they was talking about, oh, racism's not that bad and this and this and that. I'm talking about, you're talking about from a Woonsocket standpoint. Yeah. You're not looking at this shit from a world standpoint. So I put it to them like this. I said, all right, if you're a white person and you're walking, if you're a black person, me, a black person, going to walk to an all-white neighborhood, right? A cop is going to roll up on me and be like, listen, what are you doing here? Get up on the car, search me, throw me in the car, check me, make sure I'm legit, blah, 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 blah.
I can attest to that. It has happened to me. I lived in Woonsocket. I was walking to work one day, and I had to cut through this fucking, I forgot what the name of it was.
Elder Baloo?
No, it was next to Great Road.
Great Road?
So like a railroad or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This little white neighborhood. Yep. And sure enough, they stopped me and said I was going through backyards, and I stayed on the road.
Yeah. And in a white neighborhood, they make two streets could be the same name. They do that shit to make you confused on purpose. Or you go on one street, you take a right, you go around a loop, and you're in the back of the same motherfucking street. Mm-hmm. They do that shit on purpose so you guys get lost, so you get confused. All right, so let me continue. So all right, so boom, a black man in a white neighborhood, they gonna pull you over, run your name, check you, search you. What's gonna happen if you see a white person in the black neighborhood?
They ain't gonna say shit.
No. They're gonna pull up on the side of them and be like, listen, you shouldn't be here. Mm-hmm. This is a dangerous neighborhood. Mm-hmm. What you doing here? You need to get the fuck up out of here.
Yo, you wanna hear
somebody kill you.
That's it.
And then somebody was like, you know, cause I'm white and I shouldn't be in that neighborhood. I was like, hell no. Nigga, if I pull up in the motherfucking hood in Detroit or Philly,
they're
gonna say the same shit to me. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pull up on me, run up on me like they don't know who the fuck I am.
You ain't from around here. Yeah, you better get out.
I might get blasted and clapped
for
too.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Peace. Who we got on the phone?
This is the Woo Worldwide DJ President, DJ J.U. Rice, man. Yo, I just wanted to say this, man.
Hold on, wait. Before you start going to just say, we just gotta say that it's an honor to have the president of the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition, which is an official chapter under Mook Gibbons and the RZA of the whole Wu-Tang Pantheon, which is the promotional arm of the Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck Records, and everything else.
DJ Disclaimer.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. We just because we good. No, it is because you're so like nonchalant about it. But it's a big deal when the president of the whole Wu-Tang DJ Coalition calls in the show. Very big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say. But go ahead.
It's an honor to have y'all on with the family. That's the first. Yo, you know what? F it. Happy New Year's anniversary.
Word.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Word up, man. Yo, thank you for calling in, man. Thank you for blessing us, man.
I be watching your show all the time, man. With the hot guests you have and stuff. They need to start bringing some DJs on the ones who do up there and stuff, doing their thing and stuff. But
Word.
it's an honor, man.
Word.
It's an honor to see. I'm just witness history, and I'm proud of y'all, man.
Yeah.
With the good work, man.
Thank you, man. Like we'll take your words. We'll take heed to your words. You know what I mean? We get some DJs up in here, spinning a little bit.
Yeah.
The little sets or whatever, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for fucking like, inaugurating us into the coalition, and thank you for calling in and taking your time out to watch the show and always be there for us. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
I think that it's important though, because like I think it is because like we don't always talk about it. We don't like to stress it because this Wu-Tang shit's a double-edged sword, right? Because of the way people are with things. Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's a double-edged sword in the sense that people always think it's a game, but people don't realize like how official a part of the family we are, and like when the president of the whole Wu DJ coalition calls in, that says something. It speaks volumes. Yeah.
Speaks volumes, man.
I told you, man. You my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And you hold the W over your head finally. I mean, you got my other fan, Papa Wu, and he got a big entity, and he deals with y'all like highly, highly and stuff, man. And it's nothing like y'all bring negativity. Y'all always bring like positivity.
Word.
Even just being role models to the kids, to adults and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's like when I first met Nabi, and then Nabi introduced me to all of y'all. I said, yo, you know what?
It wasn't, but it was crazy because it wasn't just the show. It was like it was at the RZA show in New York. It was when we came out to Philly. You linked up with us and showed us love and got us that interview on the radio show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We gotta get up. We gotta make up a day. We can just go out like New York, Philly, or something, and just chill, man. Get fucked up. Get some toots. You know what I mean?
Toots and cocaine.
Sniff all the coke. You know what I mean? Sniff coke on some titties and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll throw up the W while we're doing the toots and cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Straight ODB status. Because we from check it out. We from the zoo, so
take a one-on-one of this shit.
Yeah.
Get your nostrils clear. For the record, I never tried coke. I'm just bullshit.
You know what?
I'm just bullshit. I never tried coke. I'm just bullshit.
I never did it either. So, but yo, I want to try to come up there and really sit down and chill with y'all.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And turn it up, get it lit. You know what I mean?
But like I said, you
gotta come down to one day. We got a show. We have a show. Live. We come to the show.
J.U. Ice. I'm saying this and that. What up? Acting like they don't know you. I'm like, yo, what up? This and that. He's like, yo, Mook's over here. I'm like, oh shit, that's the god. Like that's the guy who. Yeah. That's the. He brought me right over. He brought me right. He was like, he said, yo. He said, yo, this is Nabi from Rhode Island, boom, boom, boom. And I had talked to Mook on the phone before, and he was like, we talked about doing a Wu DJ joint, and Mook was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, this and that. And then Mook, instead of just being like, yeah, shaking my hand, was like, yo, how long you in New York for? You know what I'm saying, this and that. And like, DJ J.U. Ice made sure that he introduced me with respect, and I was treated at respect. So it's like, here's the RZA show, and here's all these Wu-Tang people that have been in the pantheon longer than me. But DJ J.U. Ice made sure that I was treated with respect, and people knew that Nabi was in the building. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm gonna tell you a little funny story, right? Because I said, yo, why is you doing over there on the other side of the gate? I said, come around over here.
Yeah, he said, why you in the crowd?
Yeah.
Cause I don't name drop. I don't roll up on people and be like, yo, I know so and so and this and that.
You family. Yeah. Knock it off, you family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, yo, come over here, because when you dividing yourself, you had to be balanced and be equal. You know what I'm saying?
And from that's how I ended up doing my bucket list. Where I'm
not like that though, fam.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I agree with that. I'm just saying, but that was my bucket list, and that's how I ended up backstage. I could say people can say whatever the fuck they want. I was backstage freestyling over the RZA playing the piano. It was Mook's. It was Mook's birthday. We was getting lit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was back there. Ninth Prince from Killer Army. Papa Wu, 60-Second Assassin from Sons of Man was back there. The chick that sang on Tragedy by the RZA was back there. I mean, it was the Jawborn, the person who produced On and On for Erykah Badu was back there. Like it was a real. It was real. Yeah, Freedom. Yep, shout out to Freedom, Free Murder. It was back there. All the new Wu generation cats were back there. You know what I'm saying?
It was cool because, like, you know what I'm saying, that was the first time I met you guys, and they just walked right over to me and was like, "Yo, what's up, Cash? I see you guys. I see you on the show, and this and that." And the whole atmosphere felt like a family atmosphere.
Yeah. It did though.
That was the ill shit about it. It felt like everybody in there was family. And everybody was so comfortable. And you know,
the RZA don't deal with groupies because there was a bad Spanish chick trying to get backstage with the RZA. She was like, "I'm just trying to meet the RZA."
Yeah.
You remember Sadat X was there?
Yeah, I remember Sadat X left because he got mad because some dude kept touching him, and Sadat X left. And I was building with Sadat X's manager, and I also got the link with. It was crazy because got the link with
Sadat X was like, "Was this nigga keep touching me?"
Sadat X was like, "Yo, man, this dude keeps touching me. I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to disrespect the Wu." And he left. I don't want, you know what I mean?
Because today is the weekday and stuff. You know, I'm having one-on-ones with the DJs and stuff. So
yeah, no doubt.
I have to I call you later on and stuff.
All right, yo.
Your anniversary shows.
Yo, but thank you to the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition for endorsing the Chopp Shop as an official chapter of the Wu-Tang family. Because there's a lot of people who claim to be official, but they ain't. But thank you for being an official.
Now I can officially get my Wu-Tang tattoo, and I won't feel like a dickhead, you know.
Yeah, well, we carry the W. You know what I'm saying?
You're a pussy head.
Pussy head. Around here we call it Toto head, okay?
We call it Tio
Chocha head.
Maricon.
Chocha head.
Peace, y'all.
All right, peace.
Word, man. Thanks for calling, bro.
So that was DJ J.U. Ice, from the president of the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition, chapter of the Wu-Tang family that the Chopp Shop is a part of, and I, BX Young G's, and Cash are all members of. Shout out to the president. Shout out to the RZA. Shout out to John Mook Gibbons and the whole, shout out to Born Divine, protecting next staff. Shout out to everybody in the Wu-Tang family for just embracing the Chopp Shop and showing us love, man. Because like I said,
Jimmy
Kang.
Jimmy Kang,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Jimmy.
Jimmy Kang.
All the guys you don't see on a regular basis, they keep this Wu-Tang thing ticking. You know what I'm talking about?
When it comes to the Wu-Tang shit, you know what I'm saying. I also want to send a special shout out to Capadonna the other day for Capadonna the other day. We had a little situation that we had to deal with. I'm not going to talk about it because it's family business. But me and Capadonna had a situation that we had to talk about to rectify. And I wasn't completely in the right, but I wasn't completely in the wrong. I was probably more wrong than right. And instead of
you wasn't necessarily wrong. You was inquisitive.
I was inquisitive, but at the same time, like
Cap said,
Capadonna told me
knowledge. Proper knowledge.
He said peace. He said peace because the acronym for peace back in the day.
No. What did he say? He said,
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, peace was an acronym.
Yeah, I know. All right.
And back in the days, the RZA taught us that peace was positive energy, activated contemplation.
Yeah, but that's not.
The other day, I had a situation.
But that's not what he said. He said proper.
Proper peace means proper.
No. What he actually said was proper.
Corrects all errors.
Proper knowledge. Proper education corrects all errors.
So shout out to Capadonna the other day for taking the time to put me in the right perspective because of where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Capadonna could have got at me in a different type of way, but he instead took the time.
It was ill because he got at you, but he didn't get at you.
Exactly.
It was almost like like a lot of people put like a negative connotation to us.
Not negative at all.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish. A lot of people put a negative connotation to passive aggressiveness.
Yes.
And that was almost like a passive aggressive type statement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Capadonna took the time to teach me. That's why I respect. That's why I respect Capadonna.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
well, you know what? That actually, when you showed me that shit, and I read it, and I thought, I was like, yo, how come people take passive aggressiveness as something negative?
Sometimes they're doing you a favor by being that way, instead of getting at you.
Like why is it negative? Like to be like kind of like passive aggressive. Like why is it negative? Like
So shout out to Capadonna. So like I said, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna go into the issue. I'm not gonna go into the issue.
That's what I thought when I read it.
I'm not gonna go into the issue because it's Wu-Tang personal business. But shout out to Capadonna the other day for me and him having a.
For even to get back to you and just explaining it, because he didn't have to.
Yeah, well, Capadonna, you know what I'm saying? Like Capadonna was the first official member of the clan that I ever chilled with, smoked a blunt with, and kicked it with. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is going back.
Capadonna's
before the Chopp Shop. He's a
class act.
He really is. He's
a real good dude, man. Like he never shits on nobody. He never acts like he's better than anybody. And
he always teaches.
He always teaches, man.
He always teaches, and people try to, and you know, people try to. It's a whole other conversation. People are like, oh, he's not an official member. First,
he's an official member.
If you knew your Wu-Tang history, Capadonna was there before Method Man. They brought in Method Man to replace Kappa because he went to jail, and Capadonna beat Old Dirty Bastard and a bunch of Wu-Tang members in a battle, and ODB wanted to rob him, and the RZA was like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
It was funny because I watched that interview. And that's actually how the Wu-Tang started.
Yeah.
That night is how Wu-Tang started, and they formulated. And it was funny because I think who was telling that interview? Who was it? Was it Jizza? I think it might have been the Jizza that was actually telling that interview.
No, it might have been the RZA. No, Ghostface. Was it? Because Ghostface was talking. No, Ghostface is the one that was talking about Capadonna killed the.
He killed the battle.
I think it was the RZA actually. I might have been telling.
I think it was Jizza.
Might have been. I can't remember.
I think it was Jizza. We're gonna just say the Jizza for shits and giggles. Yeah, it was a movement member. And he said, you know, so they asked him. They asked him. They was like, "Yo, was you surprised that he killed everybody in that freestyle battle?" He said, "Nah, man. Go back and listen to Winter Wars. Go listen to that Winter Wars joint and listen to that Capadonna verse, and you can see what he's capable of."
Listen, but people try to say like Capadonna is a Wu-Tang affiliate, but the reality is that Capadonna was part of Wu-Tang before Method Man.
Well, is it because
he got incarcerated? So they wanted to keep the 9 because 9 was symbolic to them for the 5% aspect. So they brought in Method Man. So if Capadonna hadn't been incarcerated, we might have never seen a Takal. Right? We might have never seen that.
And if that would happen, then the Wu-Tang, if that wouldn't happen, the Wu-Tang would be the Wu-Tang we thought.
Check this out.
Wu-Tang would not be the Wu-Tang that we know now. If that would happen. No, it wouldn't happen.
He's an affiliate, he ain't this and that. He's an affiliate. He was on the motherfucking cover.
He's not an affiliate. He's not an affiliate.
No, but people try to say that is what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's not an affiliate.
But anyways, enough about all of that. That's our family. I don't like to go too much into it. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. But I just wanted to shout out Capadonna for taking the time to teach me that for proper education corrects all errors. Shout out to Capadonna. Shout out to the whole Wu-Tang. Shout out to the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition. But at the end of the day, that's our family. But like I said, we rep Universal. It's the U. There's no W's in our logos. You know what I'm saying? We come from the Zoo School. We come from the old Dirt Chamber. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
motherfucker. Shout out to 12 o'clock.
Shout out to Buddha
60-second Assassin.
Shout out to 60-second Assassin.
Rapping Machine.
Papa Woo.
Boot 'em up. You know, Zoo Bully.
Yeah. Shout out to J.U. Ice. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Born Divine. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? West Coast Killer Bees. Everybody that's embraced us. Shout out to Judah, our brother Judah Priest, who's been a big guide on all this mission. I know he was tuning in earlier. I saw that Buddha Monk was tuning in earlier. But like I said, that's the family. But that to the side, we're Universal, fam. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate our support. Your support, I meant to say. We appreciate your support and everything else. But before we wrap it up, Cash, did you want to speak on the fact that we're about to wrap it up, but some of your favorite interviews or anything like that?
You know, I always got
at least one of them. Did you want to
You always got to send out a shout out to Johnny
Juice?
Johnny Juice
from Public
Enemy. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Man, we had so many good interviews. You know, the Junior. We had the interview with Lady of Rage and what's dude's name? The fucking
Fred Hampton Jr.
Fred Hampton Jr. You know what I'm saying? That was probably one of my favorites.
I think that the Lady of Rage interview was my favorite because Lady of Rage sang "Happy Birthday" to Jesus.
Word. That was classic. That was definitely classic, man.
And she's in the new Friday joint, and you know what's funny is that the crazy shit is that the other day that me, Radamez, shout out to Radamez, vice president of vice chairman of the Universal Collective, me, Cash, and Radamez were sitting around, and we were playing Lady of Rage. Who, if y'all don't know who the fuck Lady of Rage is, do your hip hop history. Lady of Rage is the only female to hold her own with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and everybody during the Death Row heydays. In fact, In fact, y'all, you youth know her as
so.
you young people know her as Baby D from
Baby
the
D.
Friday movie.
Friday, yeah.
But we know her as not only my Afro Puffs, but we know her as, if you want to do your history, she's the first MC
on,
here on Snoop Dogg's first solo album, which is a fucking classic. So
if you never heard Doggy Style, don't jump off the building yet.
There's something wrong with you.
Listen hear it first. And if you don't like it, then jump off the fucking building. You know.
So the other day, so check this out. So check this out. Like the other day, like this is like I don't even, contrary to popular belief or whatever, I don't brag, I don't name drop, and there's so much that goes on that I don't say. And and as much as this was exciting for me, the other day, me, Radamez, and Cash, you know what I'm saying, two of the capos of this Universal movement, we were sitting around my house talking about Universal Collective and the UZD, and we
watched the video
of Lady of Rage,
MC8
dropped,
MC8
and
no,
DJ Premier.
It's a premiere beat,
DJ
and
Premier,
it's Lady of Rage,
MC8, it's on MC8,
MC8
featuring Lady of Rage,
and then we watched the video and Lady of Rage murdered the verse.
She murdered even more than
killed the verse.
MC8.
Then this fucking guy gets on the phone and calls her up. And believe it or not, she answered the phone.
Yeah, I answered not be her caller. I call. No, wait. Here's the funny part. I called Lady of Rage. They know I know her. I wasn't trying to prove nothing, but the funny shit is, I'll call Lady of Rage right now. The Baby D, fucking first woman of Death Row.
She called. She answered.
She answered, and then she didn't know my number because it was different, and she acted like listen. I'm only gonna say this one time. Lady of Rage answers the phone.
We're gonna say it one time.
I'm gonna do the phone conversation. Yo, what's up? Que paso? That was how she answered the phone. I say, yo, is this Lady of Rage? She goes, no comprende, or something like that. Listen, I say, listen, don't try to bullshit me with your kitchen Spanish. I said, I swear, listen, I put this on my children. I said, don't try to bullshit me with your kitchen Spanish. I know who this is. I know your voice. This and that. She goes, what? I go, this is not beef from the Chopp Shop. Lady of Rage goes, oh, what's up? How you been? I said, yo, my bad, number change, this and that. I said, yo, boom, boom, boom. I said, I'm sorry. I said, we're listening to your song and this and that, boom, boom, boom. I said, I just wanted to prove to my friends that I knew you, which was a joke because they already knew I knew her. And then she's like, oh, yeah. She goes, well, what did you think? And Cash was like, tell her we just put it on replay because the song is fire. She killed it.
I brought her verse back. Her verse is
she killed it fire. So I'm like, yo, we want to.
I'm an MC8 fan too.
Yeah, and
I'm an MC8 fan.
I say, yo, you're in the new Friday coming up. She goes, yeah, I'm supposed to be. I'm like, yo, can we get another interview? She goes, I don't do interviews. So I'm like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna talk further, and we're gonna this and that, and we'll worry about it. But like I say, it was just dope that I called her, and I called her out, and I was.
Like I said, Lady of Rage, Rock from Helter Skelter, man, another
Master Ace.
We got Rock twice, man, twice.
Raz Cass.
You know what I mean? These guys we can have interviews with these guys and like, fuck y'all, you know what I mean? Fuck these niggas, they ain't nobody. I don't gotta talk to these niggas no more. But we had an interview by Rock twice, and after we interviewed Stoneface hit me up to give me a link to his new video, and I talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, man, I love you guys interview. Yeah, you guys interviews are my favorite interviews I ever had."
What did the dude?
That's huge.
The dude Renee.
Renee from the
Harris, who runs a production company out of Philly.
Yep.
He
dance company.
He runs a dance company. He did this big ass event at the vets over there, and we went there. Yeah. He did this big thing. He like takes like urban hip hop and brings it to like white people on another level. And we went there, and there was a question and answer thing afterwards. And I was there with Wifey and somebody else, and I was like, yo, now be reality Chopp Shop. He was on stage answering questions, and he said, you know what? I'm glad you guys are here, Nabi. And I don't know him. We just interviewed him before. We gave out free tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Early that day, right?
So we gave out free tickets to the show. You know what I'm saying? And this and that. And he was like, shout out to First Works for hooking us up with the free tickets. We gave out like $300 worth of tickets, and they were like, he was on stage, and there was like a whole bunch of people. There was like a panel of people, and there was probably like 40, 50 people that stayed after like 500 people. And he said straight to me in the audience. He goes, "Oh, I'm glad you guys are here." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Why?" There's a bunch of people watching and listening. He goes, you guys were the best interview that I've had in 5 years. And this and that. He goes, and I told the people that first works they need to mess with the Chopp Shop. They need to rock with y'all. And he showed like mad, you know what I'm saying? Like mad love. So yeah, it was just dope. You know what I'm saying? And like
we bring in real lot of people.
Yeah, we do. And then the rock interview.
You can't be a hoe. You can't be a hoe when you come on the Chopp Shop.
Like real talk, without trying to sound whatever. Like I went to Brownsville, where boot camp is from. I went to the Jecks. I went to the projects, and I interviewed Rock. I haven't released it yet because I'm trying to learn from the homie Doggy Diamonds and do the Hidden Jewels shit and release it later. But we
Doggy Diamonds is another great interview. I love that.
Who has a crazy platform? And Doggy Diamonds interviewed everybody from.
I like Doggy. I like Doggy Diamonds a lot because he don't give a fuck.
Nah, he don't. And he talks about some of the shit that we talk about.
We probably end up.
He's genuine and y'all like.
Yeah.
Genuine, so that's why you get that genuine love.
And he showed us mad love, yo. And then you know what? Like we were interviewing. I think when I knew that we was really on to something here was when we interviewed Fred Hampton Jr. And he was like, y'all show y'all is right on. Y'all,
so I like you guys' energy. I like you guys'
energy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You know what I mean. So with that being said, man, we ain't gonna toot our own horn too much. You know what I'm talking about?
Tooting booty.
You know what I mean? You know we gonna just head up on out of here. You know what I mean? Because our time is up. You know what I'm talking about? But if you love the show, like I love y'all.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Chopp Shop Radio. Listen, yo, man, subscribe to the channel.
You know, go to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Go to uzd.world, man. Go back. Go look at, like I was about to say, go. I was thinking about the word as you said that. Go back and look at the archives on our shows, man. You might find one you like, man. Share that shit. Do all that shit. Subscribe. You gonna like them all, you know what I mean? Because we bring the whole up out of bitch niggas. And we bring the real out of real niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
Like facts.
That should be our mantra.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, so somebody, right? And if you're a rapper, you supposed to rap, nigga. Come with some raps, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just say,
somebody say,
bars with you.
I had a saying, you know what I'm saying? People like me because they can be themselves around me, but they hate me because some people hate me because they have to be themselves around me.
That's some real shit, though.
You know what I mean? So that's what we do at the motherfucking Chopp Shop. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate the people with the bigger platforms.
Word.
That have taken the time to show us love. There's people like Doggy Diamonds and DJ J.U. Ice and other people that have way bigger platforms than us. Johnny Juice,
you know.
A lot of people that have way bigger platforms than us that have given us the time to show love. Shout out to Knowledge Born Allah. You know what I'm saying? Do the Knowledge Radio. And I want a special shout out to my people's Drop a Gem on them. You know what I'm saying? We went and seen them.
What's the name from Across the Pond?
Across the Pond
guys in the UK.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, even our own people, don't know that. We actually did it real quick before we go. We did a show one time where people that do a podcast in the UK went and rented out an FM station in the UK, and they broadcasted on the FM, and they streamed, and we streamed. And we did a show where they had MCs, we had MCs. We went back. It wasn't a battle. We had a back and forth, and they represent their shit. We represented their shit. I actually have it online, and I'll share it.
He said, "Fum." Cash said, "Fum." Cash came out, guns blazing.
Guns blazing, fam. And the crazy shit is that somebody lost the data for it, and they didn't find it, and then they found like pieces of it, and they put it together. But like I said, like there's a whole big network that we have that we don't broadcast. But shout out to the Universal Network, which is the silent network that I built. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that part of the Universal family. There's a thing called the Universal Network. A lot of people don't even know it exists, and that's on purpose.
But it's like the black web.
Yep.
I mean, dark web.
The dark web.
A lot of people don't know. But
the black web is black people meet. Yeah. Blackpeoplemeets.com.
So shout out to the Universal Network, all of y'all that have supported the show and everything global. You know what I'm saying? Every Thursday,
come back next fucking week, man. Good weather. You know what I'm talking about?